This is AC Stellar, aka Awesome. Welcome back to my channel. And I just recently rewatched this movie. I picked it up at a half price books called The Book of Eli. This is a fantastic movie. It was made in 2010. I totally forgot about this movie. And it's a good Denzel Washington movie. I'm about to say Samuel Jackson, but it's a good Denzel Washington movie. Um, So it's about a blind man that's protecting a it's about a blind man, but you don't know he's blind at first until later on in the movie. But it's about a man that's protecting a book. Now we don't know what this book is, but this we don't know what this book is, but this book is important, right? And then this world is set in a post apocalypse time. So it's kind of like Mad Max in a way where there's desert and lack of water, and certain places have water, and there's only one place that has like greenery and water, and that's where he's traveling. And then he meets up with Mila Kunis's character, and her stepfather wants the book. Now you find out the book is the Bible, but the book that's the book that he has is the Bible, but the Bible is in Braille. He's a blind man. He's protecting this Bible, and everyone wants to get their hand on it because it's the only one around. It survived the apocalypse, and everyone was burning books, and everyone was burning all the Bibles, and this was the only one that's left. And God sent him on a journey to go west, to go, go south, go south or west, either way to this place, this location where it would be safe. And he read the Bible front and back, and so they had a printing press, so they print this out. And then towards the end, Mila Kunis's character follows up that mission, but goes back home to her place, go back, goes back to home, goes back to her home place, and dresses it just like Eli here. But he's been traveling so long. Before we get into, I just pretty much that's pretty much the story. Before I get into anything else, this is a really good story. I mean, it's does have a little bit the F word in it and a little bit of violence in it, and that's his one of that's like a machete slash sword. He has a shotgun and a gun, but he has to protect himself because he has to protect the Bible, but also protect himself, but also God told him to protect this thing, this one last Bible, and it has some religious stuff in it, and that's kind of a cool thing. To see because a lot of movies today have only one thing that's biblical in it. Good versus evil. I mean, good versus evil. Good tries to good tries to uh, trump over Trump or take control. I mean, not take control, but get rid of evil. Evil tries to overpower good, and that's the only biblical thing that this actually has like biblical principles because man, Kunis's character, yes. So it has some biblical principles in it, like Mila Kunis's character is learning how to pray, and he teaches her how to pray. Also teaches her how to be just a good person without being controlled by her stepdad. Her stepdad's kind of a mean man, and she's only doing what she can to help her mother. And her mother's blind, and and the man, her stepdad. This evil man, wants the Bible because he grew up on the Bible. He also wants to teach it, probably corrupt it, and you know, and then they meet other people and corrupt it and something. But this is a good man. And they met other people that killed other people and ate them and eat them, and some of that survived. They end up dying in the process while they get captured and some of that. But At the end, towards the end, she learns everything that he knows about the book, knows that he's a good man. Even once he gets the book, because at this point it doesn't really matter because he memorized the book. Once her stepdad gets the book, it's in Braille, and the only person that can read it says her mom, and the mom has a smile on her face because of how she read it, and it's beautiful, beautiful words and beautiful things that God has said, and the stepdad can't read it, and there was a smile on her face, and everyone else in his bar was tearing it down and tearing it apart, but also in this post 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 apocalyptic world, people are just what's it called rioting, not rioting, called looting and pillaging and raping and doing what they can to do that because there's no law, no nothing. Well, the only law they have is this book and it's the Bible. And it's a really good, interesting story. If you haven't seen this, I highly recommend checking this out. There's another, I got a Hot Price Books. If you're here in Charlotte and you're here in the Charlotte area, there's another copy at Hot Price Books. You might want to clean the cover of it because there's some stain on it. But I got the one that didn't have a stain on it. But there's a stain on it, but they probably might have more copies because they always have another copy of these movies somewhere. Or if you can find it anywhere digital, check it out. I highly recommend it. And if you are a Christian, yes, there is some bad words in here. There is a lot of violence, but it shows that this man had a mission, and it might have been already too late to do the Great Commission. It's never too late to do that, but in this post this post or um this world that they live in, this Mad Max world, because I can't say, I used to say it, apocalypse, yeah, this post-apocalypse world, aka Mad Max world, you kind of have to, you're looking for water, food, all that stuff. You kind of like you want to abandon the Great Commission idea, but this man had the Great Commission idea, trying to spread as much as possibly can, but also get to book out to like somewhere down the coast to get someone to write it, has a print press to actually get out to the people that actually really wants to listen to it because the rest of the people are just pillaging, raping, stealing, all this stuff like that, and they still need to listen to it. But there's people out there in this world that don't want to do that even today that still do those things, but also don't want to listen to the Great Commission as well, or so or God's word anyways. So this was actually a cool representation of it, but put in a different aspect. So if you're also a Christian, it's a good movie, but it's also kind of rated R, but also you get some biblical principles in it. So it's a fun book. I mean, it's a not a fun book, a fun movie, but it's also a fun movie about the book of Eli, which is him, um, and him carrying the Bible. So if you like this video, put a like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and deuces.